Professor.
Yes, ma'am.
When did giving BUN become ingrained in our culture?
I think it's a throwback to the days of polygamy and polyandry, where it was okay to have more than one partner. But I think what has happened nowadays is that men in Jamaica are trying to do polygamy on a budget. Them don't know how it go. You know, that in the traditional system, to have more than one partner, you needed to have resources. You know, a man couldn't just take up a second wife if he didn't have the resources. And so I think what is happening now, the giving BUN, mostly by men, maybe not mostly, but we tend to think it's mostly by men, but I know women give BUN too. But that whole system of giving BUN seems to be a degeneration of a more sophisticated system where it was okay to have more than one sexual partner if it was done in a civilized way, not a hidey business and a thief behind people's back and so.
Do you think that it's shifting in the right direction?
I think monogamy is an ideal that a lot of people cannot live up to. So maybe polygamy is the way to go, but in a traditional society like Jamaica, which is highly Christian in theory, if not in practice, it will be very difficult for people to just say, it's all right to have more than one partner, and we now call it BUN again. We just go and say, we civilize, and we just do what we do.
It's 21st century,
yes.
We're just doing this.
He's just doing it.
So how do we deal with this, do I want to call it an epidemic of cheating? Because everybody seems to have the same story.
Yes. I think part of the way to deal with it is just to be straight up honest. That maybe the expectations that people have of fidelity are unreasonable, you know? So that is one issue, that perhaps if we said, well, we're going to try, as Stevie Wonder says, to love you forever another day. So we'll go one day. But suppose one day you just say, boy, you know, we really can't take this, you know, I see one next woman out the road, and I see one next man out the road, and we want to try. Perhaps the best thing would be to just say to your partner, baby doll, or, you know, hubby, I really know, feel say this is going away. Make we just see, you want we just try a thing where you go and me go, then maybe we'll come back, you know, but
sure.
in other words, to be more honest with each other, rather than to feel that, you know, you have a Jim Screechy, although it seems as though the Jim Screeching is part of the pleasure.
I was about to say that the entice too is around some sort of...
the idea that you get a little piece on the side and wife don't know or hubby don't know is part of the excitement. I mean, students, when I used to teach, students used to give me these jokes where one woman in particular, they told me about that she had several men, but everybody thought that she was giving somebody else BUN. So, you know, everybody was glad to get a little piece because them wasn't the real man. Them was getting a little piece side of the real man. And so she had everybody going, thinking that they were getting, you know, a little piece on the side. And so she was in complete control of the relationships because everybody grateful that them getting a little piece on the side.
Do you believe that the Jamaican dancehall culture has helped to perpetuate that sort of dilemma of cheating?
Cheating was before dancehall. Cheating, I mean, you know, much fight used to break a dance, you know, pre-dancehall days because man find woman with a woman with an ex-man. There was a famous joke at the drive-in that the announcer said, Harborview driving, a man is here with a machete looking for his wife, and the, you know, theater driving empty immediately because so much people was there with another man's wife. So you can't blame it on dancehall. It's human nature. And it preceded dancehall and it will be there long after dancehall. People probably can't really manage monogamy long term. Some people can, but others can't.
Noted. Noted with thanks, and I agree. Thank you.
An absolute pleasure.